All right, welcome back everybody to the channel, to a new video. And as you can see, today we have a little bit of a different setting because we have a guest back on the channel on the Quote Unquote show. Today we have on the other side of the screen WaveCipher, and he is going to walk us through the charts today. Before we go to dive in, please do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on also you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also in the description, you'll find 2 links to my Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to follow me there. And now without further ado, let's dive into the charts. But before we're going to look in, WaveCipher, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing fantastic. We're getting some volatility in the chart, making some money. I'm feeling great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm having a blast here in Colombia. Thank you for asking. All right, it's no surprise people can see your screen. We see on the weekly a big fat red candle and a diamond on top that looks very bloody. Can you walk us through the horror that we're seeing here on your screen?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely starting out with the weekly, we see that we have this golden pocket down here. We see that we came up, had a nice pump here, about a 28% pump in 2 weeks. Came up to the spider line here, got rejected, came back down, and then we've been dumping pretty hard since then. Yeah, this blood diamond here on the weekly, we've actually never seen a weekly blood diamond before, so there's not really any way to back test that and see what kind of reaction we're going to get. But I mean, the daily blood diamonds historically brought us down 20-30%, so this weekly blood diamond is definitely scary. That being said, we do still have 4 days until the close of the week. If we do look at this weekly hiking candle, we do see that the average price at the very least is finding support on this green spider line here. That's good. That's actually the spider line that we signaled the short from yesterday. So what we'd like to see is maybe come down to the golden pocket and this spider line and this weekly level. A lot of support in this area. From there, we'd want to bounce back up, reclaim this spider line and find support if we are going to continue this uptrend. It's very important we don't lose this level. If we do,
sorry, could you
lose
name
this
those
level,
levels?
that would be
Which
a
levels
lower
are
level.
those for the ones who
Yeah,
are looking at this at their phone? Then maybe it's a little bit unclear.
Yeah, let me zoom in too so it gets a little easier. Yeah, so this level would be around 38.5 to 38.7. That's where I'm anticipating us to get a bounce. Our previous low is at 37.5. So as long as we don't break that, the uptrend would still be intact. If we did lose 37.5, I think we're at least going to come down to 36.5, if not even more likely the 34.5 level, and hopefully get a reaction there. And that would allow us for everyone to say that the bear flag is in play. Everyone gets super bearish. We hit those key levels down here. We get a nice bounce, and then we can squeeze those shorts back up. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing on Bitcoin on the weekly. It's honestly not looking that great.
Yeah, and if I can say, I mean, of course, we have now a unique situation with the blood diamond. We're going down already for a few days in a row. It is also a little bit of the aftermath of the Miami conference. Somehow that's always bearish and we're always going down. But there's another thing that maybe people are forgetting a little bit is that we've seen lately that crypto is pretty much correlated to the stock markets, not 100%, but we are seeing, if we're seeing a dump on the stock market, seeing a dump on crypto. But tomorrow, a lot of stock markets are closed because of Easter, and on Monday in Europe, a lot of stock markets are closed. In other words, that will maybe not give us a real trigger for us to go higher and clear their blood diamond. How do you see it? Do you think that will have an effect in the next couple of days for us to clear or to confirm the blood diamond that we're seeing on the weekly?
I certainly do. Yeah. So what's important to know about that is I'm a big proponent of following the money. You want to follow the money. In order for us to pump, we have to have that money to back us up. As you'll see, when we had this pump, we had that money flow steadily rising, started curving down, and the money's just coming out. We're just dumping. So with standard institutions being closed tomorrow, Most likely, we're not going to see that inflow of money. We're not going to see those Michael Saylor buys. We're probably not going to see. We may still see Terra buying some because they've been pretty good about buying every day. But with that being said, we should expect lower volume tomorrow through the weekend and even through Monday, as you're saying. With that being the case, it's a lot easier for a select group of whales to push the price down since there isn't a lot of volume. It's very profitable for them to do that. That's one of the reasons why, if we switch to the 1 hour here, if we look at this pump that we had here yesterday, we came right up to the spider line, and we basically, market makers were building their short positions right at the spider line for hours on end. And then we're starting to get that move down. We lost the ribbon. We're moving down. So I do see, with the lack of money in the space, there is probably going to be continued move to the downside over the weekend. Maybe we can get some sort of CME gap to bring us back up. But yeah, I do definitely think that's going to lead to more downside as well.
Yeah, and when it comes down to BTC, let's say people miss the dump now, and what you just said, do you think it's still profitable to jump into a short right now, or would you say if you're on the sidelines, don't do anything right now? What is your take?
Yeah, so if I wasn't already in a trade right now, I would definitely wouldn't be looking for longs until we came down to this golden pocket level. If we do get down here and we have confirmations on a higher time frame, that would definitely be a position where I might start looking for longs. This is definitely where I'm going to look to take profit on my short. I think until
Sorry,
then,
which level is that? The golden pocket, is that 38,500-ish?
yeah, around 38,600 or 38,700 would be the target that I'm looking for. That would be where I would close out my short. Until we hit that level, I'd be looking for more shorts than longs.
All right, cool. Can you tell us something about ETH right now? Is ETH showing us a blood diamond, or are we? Is it a little bit stronger so far? I feel like it is a little bit stronger than BTC. Some people say it might be the ETH 2.0 coming out, and therefore the market is a little bit more bullish. But that's then really comparing fundamental with technical analysis. Other people say, well, ETH just has those periods in time where it's just much stronger than BTC, and then at a certain point it loses that momentum. What do you see so far? So far, at least, I'm not seeing a blood diamond on your screen, so that is already a little bit better news than BTC.
Yeah, so ETH definitely is looking stronger. I'd like to show the ETH Bitcoin chart in a minute after we look at this, so we can maybe see a little bit of why. But we do see on ETH, we had this bear pennant here. We did break bullish out of the bear pennant, came up to test the zone of resistance between 3,500 and 3,400. We got rejected from there. We're now coming back down. One thing to note on ETH is that we haven't gotten the weekly red dot yet. That being said, if we do think back to when ETH was sitting at 3,800 as Bitcoin started to fall, we did kind of see a lag between when we got that ultimate ETH drop down to 2,200. It occurred a couple of weeks after Bitcoin started falling. So if Bitcoin does break the golden pocket, does lose that support level there, I think that ETH could still have a lot of meat on its bones for the bears to pick off. Could definitely be a nice short if that happens. But as of right now, I mean, all that we're really doing is retesting the 382 on the weekly, which is, if a strong trend, generally will retrace to the 382. So if we did see any sort of reaction at that 2950 level, that was also the targets of the bear flag as well. This bear flag here, if we extrapolate the targets of that move, we would get exactly the level that we bounced from at 2950. So I was expecting this move down. I was expecting us to get a reaction here. The only thing that's a little bit worrisome here is that we do have another bear flag forming that we just broke bearish out of. I actually entered a short around 30,040 earlier. And this one has a target directly at that 0.5 as well, sitting at about 2781. And then the golden pocket would actually be a retest of the pennant that we broke out of. So if we did come back all the way down to 2,600, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. If we did find supports down here on the pennant, that would cement us support to go higher. I really think ETH is just lagging, but it does look like it's holding up better. If we look at the ETH BTC charts, okay, let me go to Coinbase here. If we look at the ETH BTC chart here, this does give a little bit more confidence to Ethereum holding up. If you'll notice, we've been in this giant symmetrical triangle pattern since back in May of last year. After that May dump, we've kind of just been consolidating in this range. We had a fake out, came back down, and now we broke bullish out of that again. What we would be looking for if this this symmetrical triangle is going to hold up, you'll notice we've tested the top of the triangle once, twice. So we do have solid support here. We do have daily, or no, we don't have bearish divergence. Actually, I think we have 12-hour bearish. Yeah, so we had a 12-hour bearish divergence. If we do see a breakdown, we'd want to hold support on this triangle for a third time. If we do that, I would have a lot of confidence that ETH can go higher and ultimately maybe even hit the targets of 0.116 ETH to Bitcoin, which would be a pretty significant move.
Yeah. And just for the people that maybe don't know, so if we're looking at a chart like ETH BTC instead of BTC USD, then we're saying ETH is stronger than BTC if the charts point upwards, and is weaker than BTC when the chart is pointing downwards. That's pretty much a simple sense. Is that correct, what I'm saying?
Yeah, one exciting thing about trading BTC pairs like ETH BTC, for example, is that it's a market neutral strategy. So even if the market overall is going down, because Ethereum and Bitcoin would both be moving the same direction, you may see ETH BTC chart go up even though the overall price action is going down. So it's just another way to play the market that doesn't necessarily rely on the overall bearish or bullish outlook. As you'll see, we've been in this dump for about a week and a half now, and this ETH BTC chart is just continuing to climb upwards. So there's always opportunities in the market. And you'll see we had this green dot on the weekly as well. RSI is trying to tighten back together to the upside. So there's always opportunity, even when the overall market is going down.
Yeah. Okay. And we just had a fake out on this one. Let's say this would be again a fake out. Is it then lights out, we're going lower, or is there still a chance for us on this Ethereum BTC chart to go higher? Because then in case we have two fake outs.
Yeah, so if we did lose this level, that would mean that Bitcoin is stronger than Ethereum, which generally, if that does happen, most likely what the case is that institutions are buying a large amount of Bitcoin, and Ethereum kind of has to take a back seat for that. If that did happen, we would see that we'd lose the 21, we lose this level. We'd want to see us come down and again find support at the bottom of the triangle and then try to make another push. That would be a higher low, and it would preserve the uptrend, and it would still allow us to ultimately push up and hit that target. I do foresee us hitting the target of about 0.11 ETH to Bitcoin. It's just really a matter of time at this point.
All right, cool. Alrighty. Is there any other coin or pair that you want to show us for today?
Yeah, so I do have a gem to show you guys here. So this is Anchor Protocol. Again, you want to look for volatility in these markets. So this is a coin that's been beaten down recently. Generally, if a coin's been beaten down, you're gonna be looking for longs. If a coin has been on a tear, you're gonna be looking for shorts. So this is a coin that's down 65% from the high, and we are coming into these let me switch to standard candles here, these daily and weekly levels that we had before. So if you are looking for a coin that may push against the trend here, Anchor Protocol would definitely be one to watch. We do have possible daily market cipher divergence as well if we do turn around at one of these levels here. We do have a bear flag currently with a target sitting at 1.7. So if we did come down to this level, but we held this divergence here, this honestly, you could see, I mean, just back up to all-time high would be a 250% gain. So that was really the coin that I'm watching right now as well.
On a 5x leverage?
Oh yeah, that's money. That would be money.
But be careful. I think most viewers will also know that once BTC and ETH are dumping, the alts are coming along, and then this will also most likely will be dumped down. Okay, then we're slowly going to wrap it up. So if I can summarize it, there is still a lot of volatility. It's a very, very tricky period for ETH, for the BTC ETH pair, but also for BTC USD, because we have a lot of levels, tiny levels underneath us. But I think one big dump and wick down for another 5 or 10% will destroy and clear a lot. And then we're most likely going to see much lower levels. What do you think? Is the blood diamond on the weekly going to be confirmed this week? And are we going to see much lower prices for the rest of the month? Or do you think we might spike back up? Or is there like a bear trap? What is your overall take for the rest of the months on a on a macro time frame?
Yeah, great question. So I actually do believe this is probably a bear trap. I am a big proponent of looking at market structure and trading with the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. And if we do see here, we do have a clear uptrend of higher lows and higher highs. And we have been making overall higher lows since back in January of this year. So this thesis would be invalidated if we broke below 37, let's call it 37.7. Until we break that level, I mean, we are in an uptrend. I think that there is a huge imbalance in the charts right now. There's way more people that are short than long. So if the market maker is looking to grab liquidity, the best direction to do that is up. If that blood diamond does disappear and people start going long, we could honestly get a very, very quick move up that could push us back up to the highs.
All right, it's going to be exciting. With that being said, I would like to thank you so much for your time again. Let's soon do this again. Any last words, or maybe a place where people can follow you? Something else that you want to say?
Yeah, so definitely follow me on YouTube, WaveCipher on YouTube. If you do go to my channel as well and look at the videos, there's going to be a link to my Discord as well. This is the place where I give trade setups like that short from the spider line as soon as I see them. So, and it's absolutely free to join. So that would be the best place for people to engage and get these juicy trade setups as well.
All right, cool. I'll make sure that I'll put your YouTube link and your Discord link in the description of this video so that people can just click on the link and go directly to your channels.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Ray. It's always a pleasure, and we'll definitely do this again soon.
Okay, thank you so much. And also thank you so much for watching again, guys. We would highly appreciate it if you'd like the video. Subscribe, click on the bell, click on also so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And follow us on all the links that you find in the description. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.